Hello, my name is Austin Lehman, and welcome to the first ever weekend of Austin Weekend. I am your host, Austin Lehman, with my colleague Matthew Claybo, who is a complete goofball, and my dad is joining me.
Yes. I'm Dad.
And this week, we will be reviewing Kung Fu Panda, a 2008 motion picture from DreamWorks Animation. It will all be part of a month called Kung Fu Panda Month, which will start off while reviewing the first Kung Fu Panda movie, the second Kung Fu Panda movie, the TV show, and then finishing off with the third Kung Fu Panda movie coming January the 29th. What? Yep, the 29th.
There's a new one coming out?
Yes, there is. Sooner than you think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a movie starring Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, Dustin Hoffman, and Lucy Liu. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
The story starts off with Po, destined to be dreaming of being the Dragon Warrior, to fight alongside the Furious Five.
Who were the Furious Five?
The Furious Five are five warrior members trained by Master Shifu to defend the valley.
What are they? What kind of animals are they?
You got a tiger, a mantis, a monkey, a crane, and the weird master that no one really knows who he is.
What is he? What kind of animal is
Master Shifu?
Shifu? What kind of animal is Shifu?
I don't know. He's some kind of lemur kind of guy. I don't know.
Furball?
Furball. You gonna call him furball?
It's
right
a
now?
furball.
Why are you calling him some kind of furball? My favorite character is Po. What is yours, Matthew?
Po.
Why do you like Po? Just because he's a kung fu?
Yeah.
He likes kung fu. Who's your favorite part? Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Crane.
Crane. What do you like Crane?
I think he has the best lines in the movie. I think he's the more developed one, although he doesn't get a lot of screen time in this movie. I think he's pretty good as one of the members of the Furious Five.
Cool.
What's your favorite character?
I like Oogway, the old turtle master. He seems really, really wise, and he's smart, and he's actually pretty funny too. He's got some funny parts in the movie. I like him.
Speaking of funny moments, there was a haven of funny moments. What was your funniest moment?
I like them all, but I like when Po was training and he was failing a lot, and he was falling and hitting himself and bouncing and getting hit in the head and getting hit with fire, and that was all funny to me.
That was pretty good. Matthew, what was your funny moment of this movie? Or do you remember? Did you like it when Po was running around in that big bowl, beating himself up, trying to train himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this was happening when a new threat emerged. Master Oogway predicted that the villain Tai Lung would break out of his prison and threaten the valley.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's up to Po to save the valley from this new threat. And it turns out Tai Lung would later be revealed as one of Shifu's former students.
Ooh.
Not destined to be the Dragon Warrior. He was so determined.
He really wanted to be the Dragon Warrior.
But later on, he learned out about this. Master Oogway saw darkness in his heart, said no, and then he went on a killing frenzy all over the entire valley.
He turned into a bad guy real quick, didn't he?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
Like super lightning quick.
Yeah, and just beat up everybody. Who was the one that beat him?
Po!
No.
No.
Oogway, my favorite character. Gave him the paralyzing...
The paralyzing touch. Like, he just touches him like a billion. Touches him like a billion times, and then he just gets stuck. He just falls asleep.
That's another reason why I like Oogway. He's tough.
Yeah, but the sad part is, spoiler alert, he does die.
Yeah, he passes in the movie. He doesn't get killed. He just passes in the movie, sort of like Yoda does in Star Wars.
Yeah, but some people might think now that Yoda might actually be they might be similar to each other. Like Yoda's wise and old and all that business.
That may be another reason why I like Oogway, because I like Yoda in the Star Wars series too. He's old and wise and a good fighter.
Later on, Tigress, one of the Furious 5 members, decides to go on her own and to fight Tai Lung, and tries to prove that Po is not to be the destined one to defeat him. And then later on, the other 4 Furious 5 members travel with her to fight Tai Lung, which inevitably ends up in disaster. They get drugged back to the hall, and then Po comes around and asks them for help. And then, dang it.
Pause it.
TV. We're doing so well. Can we start back now?
Thank you.
Oh, crap. Now, as we were left off by a sudden interruption, that should have never happened, Po was very shocked at this moment, determined to train more with Master Shifu in order to defeat Tai Lung, and later on, Tai Lung escapes and travels towards the palace to take on Master Shifu. They duke it out in an epic brawl. First of all, wasn't it pretty good?
It was an awesome battle between those two.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lots of hitting. I liked when he used his belly to fight. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And later on, Po would show up, challenge Tai Lung. They were pretty close together, determined to open the Dragon Scroll to see what was inside. Near the end of the fight, Tai Lung seemed like he won. He opened the scroll, he opened it up, and then he saw nothing there. And then Po tells him that the real secret is nothing. It's you. And that could be actually a pretty good lesson to be learned there.
Yeah, that's a really good life lesson. I think this movie is really about the sort of the don't judge the book by its cover type stuff.
And later on, after he tells it, he gets the sun power to completely demolish him. Like he just throws him across the entire town. That favorite part, that favorite part's at the end of the movie where he does the whooshy finger.
Oh yeah,
The whooshy.
it looks like there's nothing, and then it's just
display it for you.
yes,
and then he just goes.
Yeah.
He just goes absolutely.
You don't really see what happens, but it's comical too, because he beats him with his finger.
Peace is restored to the land. Po is elected to be the Dragon Warrior by Master Shifu. Master Shifu and Po eat dumplings together, and that is pretty much the end of the movie. So what is your overall rating on this movie?
How are we going to rate it? Rate it 1 through 10?
Yeah, by dumplings.
Dumplings, because that was Po's favorite food. That's how Master Shifu trained him too, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had it earlier on. He was training him through dumplings.
He trained him with dumplings.
Overall, I give this movie a 9 out of 10 dumplings. So, how do I show that? Like this.
9. I gave it a 9 out of 10 dumplings too. It was really well made. It was funny, comical, had some sad parts in it, had some happy parts in it. It was really made all the way around. How many dumplings you give it, Matthew?
9.
You give it 9 dumplings too?
Yeah.
Overall, really, really, really good movie. It's worth watching. If nobody's ever watched it, it's really worth watching it. It's
worth every cent of your purchase point. That was very, very good. Now, please subscribe below and hit the like button if you want to see more. And
next weekend, we're gonna what?
Watch Kung Fu Panda 2.
All right.
That's next. And then see ya next week.